Hi everybody, it's been a long time since I did a video, so I thought I'd do a new one. I was fooling around in the garage tonight with some stuff I had, and I've got my FPGA, I've got a couple of transistors and a Darlington setup, there are a couple of NPNs, and I've got a motor running off a pulse width signal. I don't know the exact frequency of the pulse width because it's left over from a project I did. Basically anything on the order of anything on the frequency that would fire a regular hobby servo motor, that's what I'm using now because this is actually running a program for walking through different positions on the robot I made, and I just used it quick because it was something I knew that could make a pulse width modulated signal on the fly. So that's not part of the video really, just it's a pulse width signal. Anyway, this guy here is a NPN generic Radio Shack transistors here, and for some reason the numbers aren't written on here, but it doesn't matter. Anything, just not a PNP, NPN for this setup. You could do it with PNP, but not like this. Let's see, you can see let's see, the base of the first transistor in the Darlington pair is the trigger. Let's see here, I always get these confused. The collector runs to the base on this guy, so it's the collector on this one triggers the, I'm sorry, no, it's the emitter. The emitter on this one emits voltage into the base, triggering this one on and off. Oops. Triggering this one on and off. So the emitter emits current from the collector, which I just used the case here, so forgive the ugly soldering job, but collector on these two are shared, and that runs into the motor, okay, and the motor sinks the voltage back to here. So basically this one triggers this one into here, and voltage from the 5 volts runs through the other transistor. So 5 volts runs through here, through the switch, and then it runs out the collector when it's turned on, and that fires the motor, and then it comes back and out to the ground here. So to trigger that, the base gets energized from the same collector current here, and that closes the circuit here when I fire this guy with a very, very small amount of current out of the FPGA. Very confusing, probably, but in the next week or so I'll have it prettied up and I'll draw a quick little drawing, and unlike a lot of the things you see on the internet, you can see this is actually doing something. So you could pretty much cookbook what I have set up here, and you won't fry your expensive stuff like your $50 FPGA. So, and as for how to make one of these power supplies, well, there's a bunch of lots better tutorials on the internet. So just FYI on these, some of them want to load. This one didn't care, but if sometimes you try to fire them on with no load, they don't turn on. And anyway, look for that on the internet. Google's your friend. Anyway, guys, like I said, I'll have a better video, but now you at least have an idea of something coming down the pipe. So have a good Christmas holiday. Later.